Hello students, today we will be doing the chapter 3 of class 7 history, that is Islam and its impact. So Islam is one of the religion, as you might be very well aware. It is the religion which belong to Muslims. So Islam is one of the major religions of the world today. It is practiced by over 1.6 billion people around the world. Before the advent of Islam, the Arab world was ruled by many warlike tribal groups who were also called nomads. That is, people moving here and there, and who don't live in settled places. And also, they live near oases. Oases are the places in the desert where water is found. These tribal groups became first followers of Prophet Muhammad. Now, birth of Islam. Prophet Muhammad is considered to be the propounder of Islam religion. He was born around 570 CE in Mecca, which is a small town in Saudi Arabia, in the year 570 CE. That is after the birth of Christ. His father died after his birth, and his mother also died when he was just 6 years old. He was brought up by his uncle. He got married to a widow, Khadija, and started managing her business affairs. In this course, he went on long trading journeys around the globe. People loved him because of his gentle nature and gave him the title of Al-Amin, that is, the one who is faithful. Around 610 CE, at the age of 40, while meditating in a cave, Muhammad went in a trance. Trance is a half-conscious state. And in that trance, he realized that there was only one God, who was called Allah, who had chosen him, that is Muhammad, as his prophet. Prophet is the one who explains the words and the will of God to the common people. Now, the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. Now, as he was the one who was sent by God, he preached that there is only one God, that is Allah. After his death, there was a life. After death, there was a life. He preached, which either contained eternal happiness or eternal suffering. Eternal happiness for those who were righteous and faithful throughout their life, and eternal sufferings for those who were faithless and evil-minded people. He also preached that gambling, drinking, and lending money on interest was not a good thing to be followed, and all true believers were equal, and religion that Muhammad preached was simple. People accepted his command to put away their idols and surrender to the formless Allah. Allah means the one who is greater than all else in the world. Now, there are 5 pillars of Islam, the thinking or the sayings on which the Islam religion is based. First one is Shahada, that is declaration of faith, that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet. Next is Salat. Salat is prayer. It means prayer. Muslims are advised to pray 5 times in a day, facing Mecca. On Fridays and festivals, Muslims should visit and say namaz in a mosque, that is the temple or the place of worship for Muslims. Next is zakat, that is charity. Muslims are advised to give away a part of their belongings as alms to the needy. Next is Sam, which is fasting. In the month of Ramzan, or Ramadan you can say, which is the 9th month of Muslim calendar, Muslims are advised to fast from dawn to dusk for self-purification. Fasting is said to be a form of self-purification in the Islam religion. Next comes the Hajj, that is the pilgrimage. All able bodied Muslims should visit Mecca at least once in their lifetime. It is also advised by the religion Islam. Migration of Muhammad. Popularity of Muhammad upset the Mecca priests, and thus in 622 CE, Muhammad migrated to Medina. This migration was also called Hijarat, and it became the starting point of the Muslim calendar, that is Hijri. The Muslim calendar is called Hijri, and the migration of Muhammad was called Hijarat. And because Hijri is the starting point of Hijarat, that's why these two words are very much interconnected. He became religious head of the people in Medina. The Prophet Muhammad became religious head of the people in Medina, and in 630 CE he re-entered Makkah, and it became one of the central sanctuaries. In 630 CE, again Muhammad re-entered Makkah, and it became one of the central sanctuaries. Sanctuaries are the sacred places which are set apart from the ordinary world for worship only. Next comes the expansion of Islam. During the lifetime of Muhammad, Islam had spread throughout the Arabia, and Arabs took Islam to India, China, Europe, and the East and West Africa, along with the trade which they did with these countries. And within 120 years, it spread to Egypt, Syria, Afghanistan, Balochistan, and it reached Spain under the caliphs. Caliphs are the successors of the Prophet, that is the the children of Prophet Muhammad and his wife Khadija. After Muhammad's death, caliphate, that is the rule of caliphs, got started. Death of Muhammad, he died in 630 CE. After his death, his teachings were collected in a book called Quran, which is the holy book of Muslims. It is the guide to religion and day-to-day life of the Muslims. Next comes the dynasties of caliphs. Caliphs are the children of Prophet Muhammad. So Prophet Muhammad, after his death in 632 CE, Rashidun Caliphate started from 632 CE to 661 CE. Abu Bakr was elected to be the leader of Islam, who was the father-in-law of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, that is the father of Khadija. He got elected to be the leader of Islam, and he was the first caliph. He was followed in turn by Umar, Usman, and Ali. Together they came to be known as the Rashidun Caliphate, all the three, that is Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman, Ali, all of the four, they came to be known as Rashidun Caliphate, and they ruled from 632 CE to 661 CE. Next came the Umayyad Caliphate. Umayyad Caliphate was ruled from 661 to 750 CE, and under them the administrative center of Islam shifted from Medina to Damascus in Syria, and by 712 CE the Islamic Empire stretched from Spain to the river Indus. Next was the Abbasid Caliphate. Abbasid Caliphate, this was different from the caliphates, that is the Rashidun and Umayyad caliphates, because Abbasids were descendants of the paternal uncle of Prophet Muhammad, who brought him up before his marriage, who brought him up. So Abbasids were descendants of the paternal uncle of Prophet Muhammad, and they overthrew the last of Umayyads in 750 CE, and they moved their capital from Damascus to Baghdad and ruled for more than 500 years. And the dynasty fell to a Mongol attack in 1258 CE. Next comes the Seljuk Turks' rule. After the fall of Abbasids, the Seljuk Turks and then the Ottomans came to power in the Middle East. Under them, Islam grew in strength and expanded its reach. Several madrasas, that is Islamic colleges, were founded, and many mosques got built in this period. In 1453 CE, the Ottomans took over Constantinople, which was the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire, and they renamed it Istanbul and made it the capital of the vast and powerful Ottoman Empire. Next comes the impact of Islamic civilization on trade. So between 7th and 10th century CE, Arab traders dominated trade routes from Persian Gulf as Iraq, Persia, Central Asia and parts of Indian subcontinent were under their control. As Silk Route was disrupted, Silk Route is the land route connecting China to India, the Middle East and the Mediterranean region, as you can see in the map. Seaborne trade with Arab traders was encouraged during this period. Mediterranean region here is the region around Mediterranean Sea, which involves Asia, Africa and Europe. In 1492 CE, the Arabs were thrown out of Spain and were replaced by the European traders, the earliest of whom were the Portuguese. The first one to rule were the Portuguese. Next comes the Islamic art. Early Islam forbade the painting of humans as it was thought to lead to the worship of idols, which was not allowed in Islam as a religion. So it focused on abstract art, geometric patterns or calligraphy, that is the art of writing. They used to do the calligraphy on the tombs of the mosques. Next comes the contribution of Arabs to science and literature. Al-Biruni, he was a famous astronomer and mathematician. He determined the circumferences of the earth. Ibn Sina's Al-Qalam. Al-Qalam is a book which is masterful medical encyclopedia. This book earned Ibn Sina the title of Prince of Physicians. Because he also recognized many infectious nature of diseases, that is TB, that is tuberculosis, and phthisis, that is TB related to lungs. The House of Wisdom. The House of Wisdom was established in Baghdad during the rule of Abbasids, and it was a famous library and a center for translation of the works of the Persians, the Greeks, and the Indians to Arabic, which was the language of the Islamists. Works of literary beauty include the Rubaiyat. Rubaiyat was the book of poetry by Omar Khayyam, and the Arabian Nights, which is a very famous book, which includes evergreen tales of adventure by the during this period, by the writers of this period. Next comes the India and the Arabs. Islam first came to India through Arab traders who settled in the Malabar coast in Kerala around 7th century CE, and these traders received patronage of the local rulers in those times. Next is given the timeline. It indicates the birth of Muhammad in 570 CE, then founding of Islam in 610 CE, the writing of the Quran in 632 CE, and 661, and the Rashidun Caliphate period from 661 to 750 CE, 632 to 661 CE, and Umayyad's Caliphate period from 661 to 750 CE, and the Abbasid Caliphate's period from 750 to 1258 CE. Next, it also mentions the rise of Ottoman Turks in 1300 CE and fall of Constantinople in 1453 CE. So that's the end of the chapter. Thanks and have a nice day.